Okay, you're doing great.
Listen.
22 minutes in.
You're amazing.
Well, look, listen, takes one to know one.
Yes.
You know?
Easy.
How amazing am I?
Like,
Just like...
if it's a scale of 1 to 10, we're talking easily a 7.5.
Get out. Hello and welcome to Conversations with Cornelius. I'm a comedian. This podcast is about my life, my wife, my likes and dislikes, hurling, football, movies, sex, drugs and rock and roll without the sex, drugs and rock and roll. There are going to be special guests and always regular contributors, but mostly it's going to be me and my main squeeze, the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. I am your host, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and I am in the Fearless Digital Network studios at an undisclosed area in Cork City or County. We don't know. So I'm just delighted to be here. Today is a special day because we normally record these podcasts on a Tuesday, but today I got a special guest, someone who's flown in to town to do their stand-up comedy shows, and I just couldn't but reach out and see if they'd give me their time, you know, and luckily they had nothing on, so they're here today. But I'll get into that in a minute. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about, by the time you listen to this, this news might be a couple of weeks old, but I did my tour show last night in DeBarras in Clonakilty, and it was fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. Sold it out. I did my first tour show there a couple of years ago, and I got 50 people into the room, and I was joyous at 50 people. But to set it out last night was absolutely fantastic. The crowd were mesmeric. The crack was 90, and tickets are still on sale for all my upcoming tour dates. You can get them on my website, corneliuspatrickosullivan.com, or you can sign up to my Patreon as well if you want to do that, if you want to listen to extra episodes. I have very much failed in my endeavour to get that information out at the start of podcasts, and this is the 6th or 7th time. How many podcasts have we done, lads? It's more than 6 or 7. See, I'm clueless. Have we? Not 10, not 8 ish, maybe 9. Who knows? Infinite, all right? A lot. But this is only my second time saying that. So am I a failure? I probably am. But look, listen, you know, did I go around to your house calling you names? I don't. So what do you call me a failure for? Why do we start every week with this same fucking bullshit? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring on today's guest because I can't be fucking listening to you. Okay, so this person, all right, I know this person a long time. Got to know them through comedy in Cork. They've been on the podcast. This is their 4th time being on the podcast. But more recently, they have moved abroad. Didn't even ask me. Just fucked off. I only found out on Facebook, you know. They're a wonderful comedian. They're a super interesting person. They're on tour with a show at the moment. We're going to talk a little bit about that, amongst other things. And they're a Manchester United fan as well, which would probably be my, you know, I'd have a soft spot for Man United with the old Roy Keane, Dennis Irwin, Paul McGrath, Norman Whiteside vibes, you know. Maybe less Norman Whiteside, to be honest, you know. Like, why don't we just have a fucking All-Ireland team, you know? Take the 2 or 3 players that are good from the north, put them onto our team. We still probably won't qualify for a World Cup. Actually, let's just keep it the way it is. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the absolutely enigmatic, wonderful human being, Sinéad Walsh. And the crowd goes wild.
Thank you. What an intro. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
Thanks.
I really love that. Are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm
all right.
Good.
Thanks for asking. A lot of people don't ask me. Like, you know, they're giving me a lot of shit there, you know, but at least I get to talk to you now.
Absolutely. Yeah. And thank you so much for having me.
How are you?
I'm fucking great, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, been in the Cocoa Club the last 2 nights, which was restorative in a lot of ways. It's where it all started. But yeah, absolutely flying.
Your fucking rig out now is super cool. I feel like an old man next to you now. I have the old baseball cap, right? But your baseball cap just says something different. It's just like, this is modern, this was gifted. Yeah.
It's a great cap. I was going to ask you. You always have great hats, though. Yep.
Shout out to the brand geeks. Yeah.
Is that what it was? I was wondering. I should have known that from the last episode. Yeah.
And is that a United retro top or something?
Mate, I tell you what, and we'll talk about the UK in a bit more detail in a while, but one of the best things about the UK, Sports Direct. Right? I'm a United member, so you get like a discount on the United shop and stuff, but still extortionate money. Walked into Sports Direct a couple of weeks ago, 25 brick. And I'll tell you what.
25 brick?
Brick, yeah.
You just went in with 25 brick?
Yeah.
There you go. I take that, so will I?
These are wrecking my back.
Do what you want with them. I just want this.
And I'll tell you what, right? This is real childish stuff, but I wore this and we start going on the good run. Then, you know, we beat Liverpool and all that kind of stuff. So now I have to wear it every time they play because otherwise we're going to be shit again.
You're like the reverse fella with the hair. Have you seen that dude with the hair?
Yes, I have.
I'm not going to cut my hair till United win 5 games in a row.
Day 420, well, whatever. God love him. God love him.
Yeah, it's like he could get it into the corn rolls. That's what I would do if I had it. Like, that'd be sick.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know why he doesn't put it in a top knot, but he looks like my pubes. Yeah.
It does look like pubes.
Yeah, it does. Looks like my pubes specifically. But,
does it?
Yeah,
I've never seen your pubes.
Well,
don't want
I'll
it.
show you. We can do that, right?
Would that be okay?
Well,
I actually fucking looked after my pubes a small bit in the shower this morning. Now that you brought it up,
Did you?
I actually was looking down there. I was like, "There's a bit of a forest going on down here."
Yeah.
And I was like, "If I'm expecting anything, how can I expect anything if they can't find it?" Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
I'd say it makes you look massive after.
Well, apparently it does, but I just only took a little bit off because I was like, it's quite a time-consuming job, and there's like you have to be careful around the shaft. So
that's whatever about us, like. I don't know how you fucking navigate that.
Well, the lips would be fucking tough enough now, to be honest. I don't mind the I can't believe this has got
this just ended
like you'd need a little scissors for the lips and a fucking mirror, I'd say, like just to do it right, like, you know. That's what I'm assuming. I've never thought of this.
Yeah. Now, obviously, like,
here's a fucking 4-page way to fucking shave your pubes. Just in case. I've never thought of it. Have a look at it there.
Bonus Patreon material is what this is.
Sign up to the Patreon, guys. Fucking, you know, you'll find out exactly how to cut your pubes.
Yes.
How did you bring it to pubes? Oh, your man's head. Yeah.
Your man's head. Yeah. The United Strand, I think, is his name. But he's fascinating, and I think it's really interesting as well. Well, we can get into football later, but I think it's been really interesting how he has been used as nearly like a measure of United's success and failure this season. You know, it's like they nearly had 4 wins in a row, but then they fucked it against Forest and Drew or whatever, you know. So when realistically 3 wins in a row, I'd have taken your arm off for that at the beginning of the season.
Do you think he knew what he was doing? He was like, they won't win 5 in a row. Because it's hard to win 5 in a row. Anyway,
so did you know, right, that the last time United had won 4 in a row or something like that, they were talking about it, I think, before the Nottingham Forest game, and it had been years. Now, I know they were doing analysis as well of like what managers had won 5 in a row, but it was across like, it was like the last time we won 4 in a row in the league was like the early 1900s or something like that.
Really?
It was ridiculous, like ridiculously long ago, where he's taken it as either league and cup and all that kind of stuff. So
there's more of a chance that way.
Yeah.
But the Dysonator got you. X7, how's it going? Yeah.
If anyone was going to get us, to be fair.
Let's 11 on the line.
Yeah.
Put 11 on the line and we'll attack at pace.
I don't know, were you watching the match at all?
I saw the highlights of it, yeah.
He was screaming at those Forest players. Yeah, I like him too.
I like him. He did a good job with Everton, but like I didn't like how he left. He pretty much just said,
I'm out of here.
Cha-cha after. Yeah.
I don't think I can take this group any further. See you later. Bye.
That's like, some might say, oh wow, you're admitting to your frailties, your insecurities, like, but at the same time you want to be a Premier League manager. Are you going to hire him? But Forest did then.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
he's kind of like the modern era Sam Allardyce, I think.
He kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, just big men. Put big men into battle.
You want some Listerine there, bye?
Yeah.
Sinead, we're going to play a little game that I like to call Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan.
Perfect. That note. Where did that come from?
It came from a part of my soul that I like to call despair.
Simon Cowell will be on to you now within minutes.
I just get in there, when I need to hit that high note, think of my childhood,
Jesus,
and there I go, soaring high again.
Perfect, great.
Do you know what I saw now on the trending topics today, right?
Yeah.
And this will lead into something that we're going to talk about later, right? 4.4 million cannabis seized by guards.
Lucky bastards.
Yeah, the guards, what are they going to do with it?
You know what they're going to do with it, and I know what they're going to do with it.
What are they going to do with it?
Season that right before Christmas?
4.4
Jesus Christ.
million.
What is that volumetrically? Like, what are we talking in terms of
Well,
weight?
the way fucking things are gone now, it's about a 50 bag in Cork.
Yeah. You still only get fucking 2 grams for it as well, the cunts.
One fella used to sell me a 50 bag for it, and it was 1.8. He put 1.8 grams into it, and he was trying to justify. And he was like, "Look, I'm not making anything off this now, I'm making nothing off this. 1.8." I was like, "Do you know when you're desperate, like
Yeah.
you're just like, I'll
take
just take
whatever.
the fucking monny and fuck off."
Absolutely, absolutely.
1 point, and that's the best to get, fiend. It's the best to get.
Yeah.
No seriously, you actually don't put a lot in. Don't put a lot in. You don't need to. It's the best to get.
Well, I can't put a lot in. That's the problem. Like.
But you don't need to,
Yeah.
because it's the best to get. Fuck off.
Oh, mate. Yeah,
4.4.
4.4 million. Now tell me, where was that?
I didn't go into the article. I just saw
Okay,
it, like,
you
and
saw
I
that.
was just like, because I was like, that's us all fucked for Christmas. Like, do you know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Do you know what I mean?
man.
After
absolutely.
dinner, fucking turkey J, like, nah.
Do you know what? And like we'll talk about it obviously in a bit. But like last Christmas was the first Christmas I wasn't baked from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep.
Really?
And I love my family. I love my family so much. But there was a point in the middle of Christmas Day where I was like, maybe we don't get on as well as I thought we did. This is actually real awkward. But yeah, fuck for Christmas.
In there.
Yeah. Kids screaming and all, I'd say your head would be wrecked.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh fucking hell. Hashtag traders.
Yeah.
Traders. Have you watched any of the traders?
So I actually, right, I'll be honest with you, I was watching the UK one. I haven't.
The celebrity one?
The celebrity
I
one.
watched it.
Right. So Emer, my partner, had been watching it with their housemates, and I only got in it was the week Stephen Fry was voted off. I have never been so hooked into a TV show as I was with that.
Crack cocaine for the ocular cavities. Isn't it? It's fucking
So good.
Oh my god.
And Jonathan Ross was sensational. But
Alan Carr, like, he was so brilliant.
unbelievable.
Wasn't he, like?
I got so emotional when he got emotional. At
Because
the end
even
of
when
it.
he was in the trade with the tree, I was like, okay, he'll be the first one out.
Yeah.
I was like, he'll get voted out week 1. Because he would like, but he just played it so cleverly. Like, he played into his the stereotype version of himself.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I thought the producers, whoever obviously picked the 3 traders, obviously the balance of personalities was very good. And the fact that Jonathan Ross was gone first, I wasn't surprised that he was the one gone first, because I thought Kat was pretty low key, and then Alan, absolutely so likable, so whatever. So
Funny as well, like, just a funny cunt,
just
like.
amazing, amazing. Do you know? I didn't know this. Emer was telling me. So he was married. He was with someone for like 10 years. They got married. The marriage broke up, I think, like 3 years in, because his ex crashed. Drank drive and crashed into like a police car, and he was like 8 times over the limits or something, and that's why, because he took like a bit of a step back from stand up and all that kind of stuff, but you'd have to have some fucking sense of humour to make it through that. I tell you, you'd be fuming.
It's hard. I think it's like, it's very. I've been questioning this recently, because I was at a really sad funeral there, very sad, very tragic funeral recently, and I had to continue. But wasn't a relative of mine, but was like a friend of mine, but my very close to my wife's best friend. So like really close to the family anyway, right?
Yeah.
And but like it happened literally the day after my tour started, and I had a whole plan now and scheduled plan with content.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, should I put this? And I don't know if I want to put this up.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
And I said it to Noelle, and who would be like was and is still very upset. You know, and she was like, look, you know, if you were a butcher, would you go to work today? If you were working in an accountants, would you go? Like, you just you'll just have to do it a little bit. Just put it up. Like, you know, you don't have to do like, hi, how's it going? Buy tickets to my show. Thing, you know.
Yeah.
But just put up your thing. But like.
That's a good point as well.
And it is, but it just, the whole thing got me, like, because I was like, because, you know, what if something happens, you know, our job is difficult. I don't think it's very difficult, right? Well, I think it is difficult. There's aspects of it difficult, right? But sometimes people say to you, geez, I couldn't do what you do, you know, but I couldn't do what they do then as well. Do you know, the same thing.
Absolutely agree with you.
Know?
Yeah.
And like, that's just life. But like, our job will become someday, something will happen, like, you know, that will be fucking a tragedy. And we'll have to go to work within a week of that, or 10 days of that. And it hasn't, touch wood, massively happened. It all, like, I had remnants of it here now recently. But like, you just have to get on with it.
Yeah.
But that's what's what's hard about being a comic. You have to fucking put a hard shell around that. But then does that come out then in art in another way, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Creativity.
I think, like, I had a moment very similar. I had my biggest solo show to date in October.
Was that in Amsterdam?
No, in the Workman's in Dublin, in the main room. And big night, whatever, new show, etc. Obviously, every Tom, Dick and Harry that I've ever met in my life was coming. And just before that, so it was about 4 p.m. that day, we got bad news about my granny. And exactly that, where I was only talking about this last night with
I
one
did
of the
not
other
know
comics.
this.
I know, yeah, you just have to compartmentalize. And like, it's nearly easier to do it in some other jobs because you don't have to go out and make people fucking laugh. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I do think, I don't know if it's healthy. I'm not sure it is. Maybe it is. But yeah, just develop a resilience to the point where you're like, okay, that's going in this box and this box is going on this shelf for a few hours, whatever it may be. Go, be the clown and come back. And I think, do you know what? Maybe it's not actually a bad thing. Maybe it is a good thing to be able to like just not switch it off. That's not what you're doing, but like, you know, understand the dark and then go and occupy the light for a while. I think that's a pretty important thing to do.
Lovely way of putting it. Lovely. You'd know you're a wordsmith. No, they're a wordsmith.
It's almost like we do it for a living.
Traitors, huh?
Yeah, traitors. Sorry, that was real. I took that down that dark alley, but yeah, Jesus, what a concept for a show.
Yeah, I was thinking of developing it in my house. We've got a big old house, you know.
That would be, mate, your house would be perfect.
Wouldn't it be
for
perfect? Because you have the office for the meeting room with the round table stuff, you know.
That would be. I'll sponsor that.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Genuinely, I was like, okay, fucking, I could be the host, you know, and then you just get in these people, you fucking film it, do your own version of it, get them all to pay, I don't know, maybe 100, 200 quid, get all food in, make it like all swanky, spend all the money on that, and then whoever wins gets their money back or some shit like that.
Fuck,
you know,
amazing,
just for a bit of crack, like.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Probably never do it though.
I know. Well, if you need someone to help you engineer it, please do consider me on board.
Well,
or we could just fuck money and I can get someone else to organise it.
Yeah,
you know?
do that.
Yeah.
Give me the money. I'll see if I can organise it, and if it happens, I'll let you know.
See what Noel's up to.
The last of the hashtags is hashtag housing. Housing. Yeah. That's probably trending all the time. But like, do you have a house?
I don't. Well, I do live somewhere. But yeah, I don't. Like, you're talking about one of my hot button topics at the moment. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was like ultimately the reason I don't live in Ireland anymore. So I think with the government coming out and saying what they said, like I watched what Micheál Martin had to say on it, just the clip from RTE News and stuff, and. It's unprecedented. Yeah, it's easy to be unprecedented when you've done fuck all, you know, so...
I hate Fianna Fáil, or Fine Gael, sorry.
I probably hate Fianna Fáil as well, to be fair. Yeah, look, it's interesting, but it's been piecemeal and, you know, words and very little action to this point. So let's see what happens. But you have a house and it's nice.
I have a house. I have a house, look more so than anything else, really.
Really?
Yeah, no, because like I didn't go to college. So when I didn't go to college, I started working and I back in the 90s, and I was selling cars and the commission was coming in. And my uncle and my father and my mother were like, get a house. Yeah. And like, so I put like a deposit down and like borrowed a shitload of it. And then that went up in value and I was able to sell that for the deposit on the other house. But I wouldn't have got that house because I was a comedian. Noel had like a good job and had pay slips. I don't have any pay slips. I have a few kind of beer mats.
Yeah.
With dried tears, you know, a couple of fucking dick jokes written in the back of them.
And
they wouldn't take them. Yeah. They wouldn't take them. I was like, I have a load of them.
It's a fucking scandal.
Fucking scandal. So I was lucky that I happened to have a job, a proper normal job,
right?
For a period of time that I was able to. When it was still hard actually when I was getting on, but it wasn't. So. It's fucking 20 times harder now. Like, did you try to get it like fucking accommodation before you moved abroad?
Yeah, so basically. What happened was I was living in a place in Ringsend in Dublin for the last 4 years. So it was expensive enough, but comparatively, because they could only bring the rent up every so often or, you know, only by a small percentage each year, I had a pretty sweet deal by the time 4 years went by.
Yeah.
So then I say landlord, I mean probably Vulture Fund that owned the place. And it was lovely, don't get me wrong, but they decided they were selling. So they rang me in January. It was like 2 days after New Year's Day or something. And yes, they said they were selling, gave us 6 months notice. Okay, grand. Emer and I spent all of 20 minutes on daft.ie and literally I nearly, like, I wanted to explode. Like, I just couldn't. So we looked at moving out of Dublin. Emer's from Dundalk, so we looked at there. We looked at Athlone, Mullingar. We looked at coming back down here, and just nowhere was cheap enough that it made sense to do. Especially, you know yourself with the comedy, and like, I don't drive. I'm too gay to drive. So I was like, well, none of this makes sense. And Emer used to live in Glasgow, where we are now, and I had my eye on the UK anyway for comedy purposes. So we were like, yeah, fuck it, let's go, because we were planning to save for a house, but we were kind of pinned by the collar anyway, you know, at that point. So paying any more rent would have just annihilated us. So yeah, like, that's and the difference when you see how they handle housing in Scotland, and particularly Glasgow and all that kind of stuff. Jesus, yeah, it really kind of puts in comparison to how badly things are handled here.
It's so fucked up.
It's crazy, man. Crazy.
It's so fucked up because I'll tell you now, like, that makes me so sad. Do you know that you have to move to fucking Scotland? No, it's still cool moving to Scotland, and this job is, you can be but you didn't have options. Do you know what I mean? That's
what I said to my auntie the other day. It's not like I wanted to. It's not like I wanted to move. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it's poxy in that sense, but I'm lucky that our job, you know, makes that a little bit more fun for me at least.
Did you have any roots in the scene in Glasgow when you moved to Glasgow?
Yeah, I've gigged in Edinburgh and Glasgow a few times over the years, all right. So yeah, I had like more Edinburgh than Glasgow, to be honest, but I have to say, lads, the Glasgow lads, the comedians, the scene, they're so nice, like so welcoming, and I think especially when you're Irish as well, they seem to be, for the majority of them anyway, a little bit warmer. But yeah, plenty of friends in Scotland that are comedians and that kind of thing. So it was good to kind of, I'll put you in touch with this person, I'll do that, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, look, it's nice to be new as well, right? Like, it's nice to be a little bit fresh too, and I mean, I don't know about you, but my 5 minutes is bulletproof at the moment, you know. So, but no, look, it's I've been lucky enough that I've got a warm reception there.
So, okay, well, I'll get into that in a minute now. I'll get into that. That concludes Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan.
Jeez, that's beautiful.
Yeah, right into the depths of my soul there for that one. Okay, you're doing great.
Listen.
22 minutes in.
You're amazing.
Well, look, listen, takes one to know one.
Yes.
You know?
Easy.
How amazing am I?
Like,
just like,
if it's a scale of 1 to 10, we're talking easily a 7.5.
Get out. I have.
I love you so much. You're amazing.
I will round it up to a 10.
Yeah.
What was I going to say to you? I have 5 questions for you, right?
Hit me.
So I just want to, first of all, before I ask you the first question, right? So the Sinead I met originally, you were working in the Mardyke, am I right in saying that?
That's
you were
right,
their social media manager.
Yeah.
And there was a little comedy club starting up there. A friend of ours, Mike, was running it and got to know you in there, and I could tell straight away, this is a person who's mad about comedy, like, but didn't know that it was, didn't know how to get it, and or how to start. And I was like, come down to the Cocoa Club, let's fucking get it going. And you came down, and then the rest is history, right? Okay, so that's how we met, and then we've done podcasts, and we've been on the road, and we've done gigs. And I was only saying to you there in the car when I did my show on the Everyman, my first big show ever in the Everyman, you got a fucking train down from Dublin to come to see the show, and got a train back, or was it a bus down and a bus back? And do you know, I love you, I appreciate you, you're a beautiful, beautiful soul. Now you changed your, what is it called? You changed your pronouns.
I did.
During, was it COVID?
It was just after COVID.
Just after COVID.
Yeah.
And I always knew you as Sinead, a girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What... I don't understand. I feel sometimes that I fumble over my words a lot when I'm talking to people like that. I just fumble over it, and it's always innocent, and it's never menacing or anything like that. Why did you do that? Why?
Yeah, no, fair enough. First of all,
I love you anyway, but it doesn't make a difference.
Of course.
Doesn't make a difference.
First of all, don't be nervous or fumbling around, this topic with me, because we're friends.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed, and I love you, and I know you've a heart of gold. So first of all, that just to say. Second of all, so I don't know. I suppose it's funny now. Like I've so many friends that are trans, just naturally being in the queer community and all that kind of stuff, and always felt very passionately about trans rights and connected with a lot of just people who were trans and became friends with them and stuff like that. And I don't know. It's funny looking back now. It's like, why was I so passionate about it? I wonder why. And then I suppose COVID was a journey of discovery for a lot of people. And I think I guess for a long time, the way I felt was, I've never once, not one time in my whole entire life, had I ever felt like I was being a woman the correct way, if that makes sense. I always thought that, I even think about when I was 13 or 14 and I'd be getting all dressed up to go out with the girls to school discos and stuff like that. And it felt like pantomime, honestly, right? And I just thought maybe that's just me, like, it's like awkward, whatever. I'm just not, my ma said to me when I came out to her, she was like, when I came out to her as gay, she was like, I never thought you'd be a lesbian. I just thought you were a tomboy, and that kind of thing. So I just assumed it was always kind of that. And then, just, I suppose through reading, listening to people's experiences, talking to my friends, all that kind of stuff, I found like a lot of markers in terms of like, I identified a lot with them, and a lot of, I suppose I went on a journey with myself as well, and I was like being quite honest with myself. So, yeah, and then with the with the non-binary thing, it's hard, right? Because I suppose every non-binary person is different in terms of how they relate to gender and that kind of thing. I think the moment I gave myself more permission to be as masculine as I wanted, to walk, talk, dress, look, shave the head, whatever, the more totally fine I felt. And actually, in a weird way, certain elements of my femininity came out as well. So it's been a really interesting journey. To me, being non-binary, I don't feel aligned one way or the other. It's quite a freeing thing where I'm like, I don't really fucking care how anyone perceives me, where for so long, for years, that's all I cared about was like, do people perceive me like, it would annoy me if people mistook me for a boy, and it would upset me. But then I don't know why it would. Just because I was like, well, no, I'm clearly this thing, and then I take that as a signal that I'm doing it wrong. And like, I've gotten chased into like, I'd go into women's toilets and like male staff in places would come running in being like, you can't be in here. It's like, well, yes, I fucking can, mate. You can't be in here
with the big fucking push.
Yeah, but that's and that's it, and I just need United to win 5 games in a row so I can just let me shave, man.
Come on, for fuck's sake.
It's fucking tearing with the issue.
Casemiro, you could fucking tune in with a goal or two now, you prick.
And
we'll set up a GoFundMe for Sinead's box.
Absolutely. We just need to buy that chainsaw. We just need to the hedge clippers. And I suppose, look, geez, we could be here all day, really, couldn't we? But I suppose once I gave myself that permission to be like, I think this is me and I think this is how I feel and who I am and stuff like that, it was the most liberating thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I feel more like me now than I ever have. And my best mate James asked me before, he was like we talk about it a fair bit, and I was like, have you ever, like, when I've walked into a room, have you ever been like, here's Sinead the woman or here's Sinead the man? He was like, no, I've never thought about it once. I was like, perfect, that's it, you know what I mean? Like, because I suppose when I'm with my friends and we're being all lads, yeah, that's lovely and that's great, but equally, I'm soft, I'm caring, I'm nurturing or whatever, so why not just give myself the freedom to like reject whatever the fuck society says about gender and just express myself whatever way I want to be.
Fucking cool. That is a great answer. Thank you so much.
No, I hope that
Thank
makes
you so
sense.
much. That actually really makes sense. And I would say that it sounded hard to get to there, I wouldn't say that was an easy journey at all. And fucking, I don't give a fuck anyway, You know that. We've already said that. And I'm sure anyone who loves you doesn't give it doesn't matter. Like the same way as I'm a man, that doesn't fucking matter. Like it's what comes out of the mouth and from the heart, you know. And But that's really cool. I'm gonna, when this is on, I'm gonna go back and rewatch that particular part again now as well.
Good,
It was
man.
beautiful.
Glad.
Beautiful.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Thank you so much, and thank you as well for talking, because I did message you to see would that be okay. I didn't want to just go, fuck, what's the story there with the fucking, you know, are you what? Do you know? Because that's the way, like, I feel a lot of my generation, right? So I'm speaking for my generation who would have grown up in the 90s. And I'm not talking about comedians now per se, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about people, we'd call them normies, right? People who are like living in, you know, have their normal jobs, and they're country people, and they're going to work, and they're physiotherapists, and they're bankers, and they're, and like, I've seen it. I see it all the time. I see casual racism. I see casual sexism. I see xenophobia, homophobia. I see it casually all the time. And like, we think we're a great nation.
Yeah.
We think we're a great nation. But there is a lot of like, and I'm not up in the soapbox now as well, because I'm like fucking, I'm not perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, none of us are, yeah.
I've even today, I think I said to you, I might have misgendered you a couple of times already today. I try always, because that's my intention. But like, you know, that's a lovely answer, because that has opened up my understanding a little bit more, because I just didn't understand. I didn't understand. I couldn't understand it. And I just hope that anyone that's watching this will just fucking try and see it from your point of view, from the other person's point of view. Like, I've had debates with friends, and it's fucking enraging, I'll be honest, right? Yeah. About I'm totally grand except for sports.
Yeah,
except for fucking sports, but when it comes to sports, if you've a cock, you're a man. If you've a fanny, you're a bure. And like, they can't see beyond that. And I'm like, I don't know how to argue that point. I don't know how to argue that point eloquently or efficiently. But I understand you a little bit more now from your answer, and sure, I wish you well.
Thank you. And yeah, look, thanks for asking me about it as well, and obviously checking in beforehand too. Like, it's not always the easiest thing to articulate, I think. So thanks for asking it the way you did.
We're going to move away from it now.
We are.
All right. Bye, baby. I'm not asking you to leave. I'm asking you to talk to me about bye, baby. Who's that? Bee Gees or
Bay City Rollers?
Bay City Rollers.
Great song.
Tune.
I'm fucking sick of it now at this point. I know it is. It's a great song. New show, second hour show that I've ever written, and it's interesting. Yeah,
is it about an abortion?
I think a lot of people thought that it was. They were like, "Oh, hard luck, pal. Katie Boyle's already on the abortion train." You know, fucking hell, man. Do I look like a kind of fella? Bye, baby. So,
tell me what it's about. Tell everybody what it's about.
Broke up with my 13-year life partner. Marijuana. And
get out.
Man, no, fuck, boy. You know, I do say one particular line in the show I do say all the time is like, I'm still waiting for it to feel like the best decision I ever made, because there's plenty of days it doesn't, you know. But yeah, so it was interesting. So I actually, why did I? I think I'd been threatened to give it up for a while. I think there was like days and times and stuff. Like, I was in Vancouver for a Vancouver Fringe Fest. I was in Amsterdam. And, you know, it's amazing. Society is amazing over there. You can just go into the dispensaries, whatever. And then I was like, I don't know if I want to be at home, like, scrambling, going down to your man down the road and buying off him. And I just didn't know if that was what I wanted in my life anymore. Also, I was running a lot. And, like, you know yourself, like, smoking tobacco every day, as well as anything, right? I was like, from a health perspective. So I was like, right, fuck it, let's just give it a little break. And I gave up in the October of last year. And Jess Collins, who, you know was getting married on the 1st November. So I gave her all my stuff. And I said, because she's my babe buddy. And I said, I don't want this until your wedding. And she goes, grand. And I thought, 4 weeks, I can do 4 weeks, that's no problem. And then it got to the day before her wedding, when she definitely had like better shit to be thinking about. And she was like, do you want your stuff or not? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And yeah, it just kind of kept going then. And it's been like hard. It's hard. Anyway, so I was like, right, I'll write a show about it. And then I've gone through a bit of a friend breakup over the last couple of years. Like, one of my best friends said, we'd been friends for a long time now. Thankfully, we're kind of talking again now and stuff, which is cool. But that broke my fucking heart, man. So yeah, it was just like interested in framing. It's hard, man.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's not. It's shit. And in ways, it's more affecting.
It is. It is actually. It's actually fucking. Well, I've told. That's grief.
Absolutely.
But you're back now, kind of, are you?
Yeah. Things I don't really know. I don't know, but anyway, I do know it'll never be the same again. You know, and that.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's shit. It's nearly harder sometimes. But so anyway, I was like, okay, I'll layer one over the other. That, you know, a friend breakup is an interesting narrative, narrative device anyway. And then so I was writing that, and I was struggling with bits of the show, and you know, trying to get jokes out of things and whatever. And then I was talking to, of all people, Carl Spain. Sorry, I don't want to say of all people, Carl Spain. I was talking to Carl Spain. I just didn't expect to like talk to Carl about a friend breakup, you know, like I wasn't expecting that we were doing a show in the Inter together, and he turned around and he was like, yeah, friend breakups are hard, but fair play to you giving up the weed. He goes, why don't you frame it as a romantic breakup? And I was like, no, I don't want it to be that. And he was like, oh no, but you could go like, you know, oh this and that, and sure we were at it every day and blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not really the direction I want to take. And I went home that night, and you know, Emer was there, and how'd you get on the gig? Yeah, Grant, Carl said this about my show, and blah, he said this, I don't really want to. And Emer was like, it's a good idea though. And I was like, no, that's not the direction I want to take. And for 4 days after, I could not stop thinking about what he had said, and I was like, he's fucking right. Fucking, he was right, bastard. And it gets
He has
everyone.
written for some of the biggest acts in
Obviously,
Ireland,
like it's Carl fucking Spain,
Yeah.
one of the best joke writers to ever come out with this country. Like, and I was like, someone like that can't give you advice, and you can't just not take it. Like, do you know what I mean? So he was right.
But it was
Carl.
good that you didn't immediately just go, oh yes, I'll take it straight away. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, because like you were like, no. And you thought about it, and then it infected your mind, and then you realised that, So at least you didn't knee jerk it, like, you know.
No, I know. And so I'll just say this now, and you can put it out if you want, I don't care. But Carl, you were right. And thank you. But yeah, so that was the
that,
show.
though. You
Yeah,
love
he
that.
feel fucking loving, he will. Yeah. Do you know, he met my man and dad. They were walking through Temple Bar, and I don't know, one of the boys for Crackdown was flying or whatever, and Carl was out chatting to them, and my mum and dad were like, oh, you're Carl Spain. He was like, yeah, whatever. You know, like, yes, I am, whatever. And they were like, oh, our daughter is Sinead Walsh. And he was like, Sinead, we haven't given up on them yet. Anyway, yes. So the show, it's mad. Like, you know yourself, like you're on however many shows you've written now, but the difference in quality I feel between this show and the last show, in terms of writing and stuff, is night and day. So yeah, just from a creative perspective, it's been amazing to kind of explore new
When did you
things.
start writing it?
I'd say February maybe. And
This year?
Yeah, and Emer said, I don't think this is a good idea if you want to go to Fringe with this show. I don't think
Did
it's
you
a
go
good
to Fringe
idea.
with it?
Yeah.
I think, so you're touring with it now, is it?
Yes.
So when you brought it to the Fringe, was it ready for the Fringe when you brought it, or was it like, had it had its bones and you were?
Yeah, it was. I would say it was probably anywhere between kind of 60 to 80% there.
And was it the free Fringe you took it to?
No.
Wasn't it?
Now, being totally transparent, I lost my bollocks on the Fringe, you know what I mean?
Everybody loses their bollocks on the
everyone,
Fringe.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Even the big acts break even, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just fucking ridiculous.
That's
like.
crazy, mate.
Did you come up and down every day for it then?
Yeah,
And you still lost your bollocks, and that just goes to show, like,
Yeah.
because it's usually the fucking accommodation kills
100%.
people.
But it's the promotion companies as well. You have to select them very fucking carefully, boy, and that's what people don't tell you, you know?
Is it? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm thinking of like, because I started writing my show. I saw TikTok this morning, one of these TikTok memories.
Yeah.
The show that I'm out with now, Pull Hard. I started trialing the very first jokes of that this time last year.
Class.
Just in open mics in Cork and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it like yourself, it fast. Like I was like, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
I spent my whole year writing my whole life writing my first show.
Yeah.
And here I am now, fucking having to put this out. And I had tickets on sale for the whole lot. Like this time last year, I launched the Opera House and I launched all the tour.
Jesus.
And I had no jokes for it. I know nothing at all written. And yeah.
The anxiety.
I swear to God, I'm not even joking. And the only reason I did it was because Chris was like, just do it, do it. And I was like, if I don't do it, he might knock me off the tour.
Yeah.
So I like the, but I obviously, like, I'm being facetious there, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, he did it he has done that for fucking, this is his 9th tour now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He does that. He writes a show, he tours it to death, and then he takes a month or two off, and then he starts writing his next show. And he books the show before he writes the show, so it puts the pressure on to do the show. It's insanity.
That is
It's in.
the most mental thing
You
I've
did
ever
it.
heard.
You did it. You did it. You did it in February, and you were doing it fucking your show in Cork this week. You did it.
yeah.
I'm doing it now, and I think it's the only way to do
think
it.
so.
Because if you I'm only my eyes are only kind of open to it in the last few years.
Yeah.
Like clubs are brilliant. You need clubs. You need comedy clubs. They're absolutely essential. You know. But this idea of a scene drives me fucking to drink.
Okay.
Oh, it's good for the scene if we do this. It's good for the scene if we do that. Like, you know, everybody. Some people might just want to be a club comic. That's fine. But if you want to go out and tour, you forget about the scene.
Absolutely.
Develop yourself.
Yeah.
Go be introspective. Look at stuff. Talk to Carl Spain.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like try stuff. Be on, and that's what creativity is all about. It's like failing. Oh no, I'm doing it about this friend breakup, and then like someone goes, you can still do it about that, but like have it in this car instead of this fucking spaceship. You know?
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
It is. It's incredible. And like, you know, I suppose, especially like coming up as well, you're surrounded by fellas and you're getting off stage and they nearly can't wait to come over and be like, oh, great tag for that line. And for so many years, like I get quite spiky about it. I'd be like, fuck off, you know, whatever. And then actually in the last few years, I pay attention more now than ever to what people say. And like, yeah, it's very interesting because I think if someone spends the time thinking enough about your material to say, hey, this could be a good line, then I think that you have to, like, at least if it's not like abhorrently racist or whatever, but you know, give that attention for more than 5 seconds and just see. And like, that's it. The best writing I've ever done is when there's somebody else just not even writing with me, just pottering around the house or whatever, and you can stick the head up and go, does this make sense to you, you know, or whatever. So yeah, I think it's been easy. But Emer said to me, I actually asked Emer to be the director of the show because I just think Emer's comedy brain is incredible, and they said no, and it annoyed me at the time, and I'm nearly annoyed about it now, only
Probably
because
a great decision though.
Yeah, it was 10 out of 10 decision.
Like asking Noel to direct my show.
Absolutely. But the thing is, they kind of ended up doing it anyway, you know what I mean? But not in a formal agreement way. So perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. But Emer said to me, I'm not sure if you're in the position mentally and emotionally to talk about this every single day for the month of August, and if you're doing it, I'm not sure if I can be in close quarters with you during August, basically. I'm paraphrasing here. And I was like, no, you're wrong, I'm doing this, whatever, like typical hard-headed Sinead. And I went and done it, and first week I was like, flying, absolutely flying, everything's grand. And Emer was like, you know, I'm really impressed, like actually, you know, I didn't know if you were in the space, but you've done it. And then by the second week, I'd have torn the eyes out of my mother's head for a joint. And I didn't do it, and I don't know how I didn't do it, but I didn't do it. But yeah, it was.
What was your favourite? Like, I've cut back now on we definitely have cut back. Like still every day though.
Too right.
You know, but like I still have cut back. Like I mean, COVID. Like for fuck's sake.
COVID.
I mean, COVID destroyed many's the fucking human being out there. Like you know.
Listen, bro, we know between us here, we fucking know what COVID was like for us. You know. And,
honest to God, like my biggest hassle was like I remember just trying to get it. Like because I live in the middle of nowhere and there was like a 5k radius. Like it was like fucking hell. I literally was like breaking several laws. Going through fields.
Did the family enjoy the care packages I sent down?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sinead.
No, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, we did.
Yeah. That was it, man. It was desperate, wasn't it? You think about it now, I'd say my dopamine receptors during those 2 years were kicked to death from the amount of weed I smoked, for sure.
Yeah, it is definitely like any other fucking drug out there, to be honest. If it's abused, it's not good for you at all. Like, you know, some drugs, if it's abused, they can kill you immediately. Some ones will kill you over time. But like life is a drug. There's so many drugs in life anyway. Fast food is a drug, sugar is a drug, caffeine is a drug, television is a drug, porn is a drug. It's all a fucking drug, you know? But if you can just like, my friend used to have a great saying years ago. He used to say, look, we will use it. We won't let it use us.
Yeah, that's a great saying. Jeez, that's great.
And like, so little moderation. But at the same time, like massive respect. I go on weed breaks now, all the time. But like an indefinite one. I think I'm at stage in my life for my own anxiety personally. I don't think I can. The evening, it's just my favourite thing to do in the evening. Like when I'm at home and the doors are locked and just have a little doob. But I will say I've massive respect because I would love to try to do that, but I just don't think I could do it.
Yeah, and you know, it's so funny you're saying that to me,
Yeah.
because one of the first things that ever planted in my head that maybe I should at least take like an extended break was, do you remember that time, was it a year or two ago, you went off it for a month?
Oh yeah.
And then I remember specifically you being off it, but I specifically remember the day you were able to have your joint, and I think it was before you had it, and you were on the stories, and I just found the openness about it so refreshing. And you were like, oh, I'm fucking lifting for this joint now, and you know, and that's it, man. And like we've had great time smoking together in the car park of a place in Clarny and all that. You know, we've had
down
some
at the Kingdom
fucking
Comedy Club.
yeah, man. We've had some great times together smoking, and I love it's still my favorite thing to do. I just fucking love it. But it got to a point where, you know, what your mate said about it not using us, it just got to a point where it was biting back at me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it can do that. And like, I mean, if you wake up in the morning and you're thinking, I need to have a joint, but then you've an issue, there's a problem then. Do you know what I mean? There is
Absolutely.
definitely a problem. Like,
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, no, well, look, fucking fair play now. I'm fucking delighted with you, but we're going to move on.
We'll see how long it goes. But anyway, go on.
We're going to move on. I have 3 other questions. So I'm interested in asking you a question, not about the current Manchester United setup. I know you're a hardcore Man United fan. Your name on Facebook was Sinead Namanda Walsh. Was Namanda Village one of your favourite all-time players?
Yeah, so that's literally the long and the short of
Is
it.
it?
Yeah.
Like, so would you put him above Rio Ferdinand?
Yeah, do you know what? It's so funny. I met a fella in Cork the other night. We ended up going for a pint together and talking about football for honestly about 3 hours. But he, like, I mean, geez, don't get me wrong, Roy Keane, just absolutely one of my favourite players of all time. Dennis Irwin, adored Dennis Irwin when I was like a lot younger, obviously. But Nemanja Vidic, I suppose, was a teenager when he started playing for them. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just love everything about that man. Everything from like the way he plays the game, his attitude, the look in his face when he'd be, you know, staring fuckers down, his square jaw, like everything about him. He was just hard, but he's not. I never thought he was like he was never like a Vinnie Jones kind of character or anything like that, just pure skill. Now, do I put him above Rio Ferdinand? That's like comparing apples and oranges, you know what I mean? One was the sledgehammer, the other was the Lexus, you know what I mean? And I don't think we'd be talking about them in such kind of hallowed terms nearly if you didn't have the pairing together. Does that make sense? So, but yeah.
Is he your all-time favourite Manchester United player?
That's another difficult one. Like another player I loved, same era, Edwin van der Sar. What a goalkeeper. Like,
Would you put him above Schmeichel?
Yeah, no problem. No, but now bearing in mind I was a lot younger when Schmeichel was playing, you know.
I think the game is I think Van der Sar and Schmeichel kind of played in the same era before goalkeepers were using their feet, really.
Absolutely,
you know. And
I was a goalkeeper when I played football for many years anyway, so I think I always have a soft spot and an eye for goalkeepers anyway. But Wayne Rooney as well, probably up there with my all-time favourites again. And again, why is that? Work rate, attitude, square jaw.
If we'd a Venn diagram, it would be square jaw in the middle.
Shit, these are all Eastern European players. Yes.
Jay Leno's my favourite host.
He is just a rectangular human, you know. So,
how did you end up supporting Man United?
It's the stupidest thing in the
Always
fucking
is.
world.
It's always
the dumbest
something fucking
shit. The
stupid.
dumbest shit. I was about 4, and my next door neighbour, who was my best friend for years, Owen Foley. So there's a month between us, right? So we were like, two peas in a pod growing up, and his dad was fixing something in the car one day. He had the bonnet open, I remember, and Owen was always mad for cars, so he was looking in. So of course, if Owen was looking in, I was looking in, and Liam had his keys just like on the edge of the he had the bonnet open, he had the keys like resting there, and I was like, what's that? And he was like, you go in now and you tell your dad, my dad who's a Leeds United hardcore fan, he goes, picks up the key ring and he goes, you go in and you tell your dad you like them. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Hadn't a clue. Went in. I was like, Dad, I like these. And it was a Man United key ring. And he turned around, he was like, no, you don't. And I, of course, because he gave me that reaction, I was like, yes, I do. And then Owen was like, ha ha ha, that's Manchester United. And that's how it started. Literally, it was
the addiction started there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the gas thing is, like,
did you not give them up for a year?
Yeah.
Go back on the weed.
I'll tell you now, right? The only time my love for United has truly been tested, I don't mind going through shit eras and stuff like that. That's fine. It's all natural. Do you see? Remember that Super League shit that was kicking off? I was like, if United push ahead and go into that Super League, I turned around to my dad. I was like, there'll be a new Leeds fan in this house, because I was like, that can fuck off. That can fuck off. That is everything that's wrong with modern football.
A lot does, there's a lot wrong with it. Scott, so lovely. We've 2 questions to go. 2 beautiful questions.
Class.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Scotland.
Scotland's amazing.
How long are you there now?
Since June.
Since June.
Yeah.
And what kind of a accommodation did you get now? You could get fuck all in Ireland.
Yeah.
What was the difference?
So I went on to, Emer and I were paying £1,000 each a month for rent in Dublin. And obviously, like I said, when we went looking for places, they were like 400, 500, 600 quid more a month.
Yeah.
And like, I'm more than Emer. I'm kind of like, I need to own a house now, because like I'm kind of getting a bit sweaty. I'm also shit with money. So I was like, right, I need to cop on and save. Where Emer is amazing with money. So I was like, right, I need to grow up here. And then I was like, there's no way I'll be able to afford it. So anyway, went on to a group on Facebook called Homes for Queers Scotland, and ended up subletting with a fella for a while, Matthew, who is a dote, and it was £350 a month. I was like, I'm gonna have to take up gear or something here, because like, do you know what I mean? It's too much money to be like floating around, you know. But so stayed with Matthew, rented there for a couple of months, and then I'm after just moving into my own flat there now. So Emer is subletting with their mates, just about 10-15 minute walk away from me, and just wanted to live by myself for a while, and so got a nice place. I'm paying $700 a month for it, you know. 1 bed apartment, lovely, absolutely lovely, and loving it, and the people are lovely. There's a saying, I make a joke about it in the show, but people make Glasgow, right? That's their kind of slogan in Glasgow. And so I heard someone say, I was like, yeah, well, what else would fucking make Glasgow? But no, it's lovely. They're so warm in such an authentic way. You know, I can't really...
Are they as aggressive as I think they are?
That's, again, in the show, like, they're aggressively nice, you know.
I always think that Glasgow is kind of Dublin and Belfasty, and Edinburgh is Cork. Galway.
Yeah. Well, I think Edinburgh is a bit like... Emer's boss said to them years ago, said to Emer, oh, what you do for the weekend? And Emer was like, we went to Edinburgh. And their boss said, oh, I hear England's lovely this time of year. So Edinburgh would be a bit more, obviously, touristy. A lot of English people live there, but a lot more expensive. Glasgow is a bit... I don't want to say gritty, because that's like the city centre is a bin fire. I'll just say that first and foremost, right? But it's the 3rd most populous city in the UK, which I didn't realise until I moved over. You'd think I would research that kind of shit. But I live on the south side of Glasgow, which would typically be very multi-ethnic. And the area I live is called Govan Hill, and it would have, again, historically been one of the more deprived areas. But it's fucking great, because what you've got is like a load of artists, creative people. I know this sounds weird, but like, we walk around and there's people who look like me and dress like me, like very queer, walking around, and I'm just like, this is just normal. That's, you know. And it's like, you know, when 2 dogs see each other in public, and one of them's like, what's going on with you? What's the story? Yeah. Like, it's just that I'm like, this is mad.
That's great. But isn't that cool though?
Yeah.
That is fucking... Have you gone to a Celtic match?
No, I'm dying to.
Yeah.
The owl pair were going to come over for Celtic Roma, but the cost of flights was unbelievable. So we will go. There's actually a Celtic women's game on in Celtic Park next weekend. I'm thinking about going to, but jeez, I'm lifting to go. And the owl lad is desperate to go.
I wonder now,
game.
will you get? If you do, I wonder, will you get the bug of, like, I've never been to a Celtic match now, and I'd support Celtic, like, you know,
of course, yeah.
But I wouldn't, like, I have friends and they're like Ty Kiki, a friend of mine now, he's fucking like obsessed with Celtic.
Is Ty Celtic mad?
Oh, he goes over a lot as well. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's mental for Celtic, like, yeah.
I must get onto him. So
So next time he's over, you should get onto him.
Yeah.
But I think there's a bug, there's a bug that infects you when you start going to their games. I wonder, will you get it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It wouldn't be a bad addiction.
No,
to get,
absolutely not. No, a friend of mine, Robbie Mahon, plays for Edinburgh City, and he's my best friend's little brother, and I've been to a couple of their games all right, and it's great. Like, it's lower league stuff and whatever, but Jesus, like, it's great, amazing stuff.
Last question. Fantastic interview. Thank you for coming on Conversations with Cornelius. I appreciate you. Yeah.
That's you.
Like, subscribe and stuff. like that kind of stuff, please do actually, if you wouldn't mind. The Patreon as well, link in the bio.
The kids are starving, please.
Yeah, Christmas is coming, you know. Sinead, 5 years, you've a fucking blank canvas. You want to write it down there. You know the vision board that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
You have your vision board. I definitely use vision boards. I use affirmations. I try to keep my vibe high. I try to be, I try to put myself into a position. It's not easy because sometimes you feel like you want to rip the microphone off and throw it in the bin. But like, if you can paint your future, the perfect future, 5 years from here.
I want to still be doing comedy and writing and entertainment. I don't necessarily care if it's like big or famous or whatever, but I'd love to be like making enough off it to live off it, and be comfortable.
Living,
yeah, that's it. Secure housing, that would be great. I'd love that. A cat and a dog, maybe.
Would you like a boat?
I would have always been more of a dog person, but Emer's housemates have a cat called Sequin, and we are obsessed with her.
I think I have a dog. I have a golden retriever at home, Baxter, and I love him. I do love him. But we had a cat before him, Amokachi. You know, the Everton striker, Nigerian.
No.
He was called Amokachi, so I called this fella Amokachi, right? And and then he came with his brother, and we called him Lukaku. But I called him Lukatku.
Yes, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Amokachi and Lukatku.
That's fantastic.
And I still think about them.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
And I wonder, will I do the same with Baxter?
Yeah.
Lukaku especially,
Yeah.
Lukaku went away one time, we thought he died.
Yeah.
For 6 months. And then just fucking rocked back up to the house 4
what's the
times.
story?
Where's my milk? Where's my fucking milk?
Shit.
Yeah.
And was he all right?
Yeah, he was grand. Yeah. Just went away for 6 months. 6 months.
You must
Half
have been
a year.
distraught.
We were fucking devastated. We thought he got run down, or we were like, what the fuck is it? And he just came back. He was like, hello, I am back. Where's my milk? What are you looking at, you stupid human?
It's kind of like Lukaku with the Premier League, really, actually, isn't he? Yeah, he goes off and comes back. Yeah.
Like, he was so fucking, like, do you know, sometimes, speaking of Lukaku and Man United now, right, before, right, like, he didn't respect Lukaku.
No.
Like, he scored a lot of goals for you, and he was brilliant with Everton. Like, I was gutted to see him going, like.
Sensational, I thought, with Everton. Yeah,
and you were just like, no, he's not fucking Eric Cantona, he's not fucking Andy Cole. He would have been, if you kept on to him, he would have solved a lot of the problems you had.
I could not agree with you more. I loved him, and I think like he didn't get a fair shtick of it, I thought. But I'll tell you this now: the worst thing about Man United is the fans online. Absolutely toxic.
They're not as bad as the Liverpool fans online. Have you seen that baldy fella? And he's online, and he's got like he's got the Liverpool thing here, and he's like, "That was fucking outrageous! Jesus, sack them all! Get rid of them all!" And he's fucking eating a Domino's pizza in the background and fucking, do you know what I mean? Do you know the fella I'm talking about?
No, because I try and ignore the existence of Liverpool fans most of the time. But
it's a good plan.
I must. Can we look at him later?
Yeah,
so
I'll show you.
Yeah, perfect.
Absolutely, get rid of them all.
Fucking hell. But see, your man Mark Goldbridge is the same for United. He's a dirtbag.
Yeah, he's a
so
fucking idiot as
anyway,
well. Yeah. He's a little bit more intellectual than the other fella, though.
If that's intellectual, Connie, I tell you now, we are
you'll see
PhD researchers on football. But anyway,
listen, this has been amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Follow Sinead online, Sinead Walsh Comedy, and go and see them. They're amazing. They've got great stories to tell, fantastic ways of telling them. Peace and love.
Thank you so much.
Let's go over there. What's this?
I can't even swim.